green, it's okay, when it's red, it's loose.
Ah, that, okay.
But when I shower,
Yeah.
I check it every day, and then he gets in after me. But still, you can't really hold on for strength
No,
with those
not if you're gonna
things.
pull yourself up out
Yeah,
of the tub,
yeah,
but if you're gonna
right.
hold on to it to get out.
Or
that would
while you're
probably-
standing up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That would be a good thing, yep. All
okay
right.
for towels and that's it.
Watch it.
There you go,
Yeah.
there you go. All right, so another thing, we talked about the throw rugs and making sure that we've got the rubber backing on them, we talked about that. And then how many of us have like, do you have bigger pieces of like carpeting or anything like that in your apartments for floor cover?
No.
Do you?
Well, mine's it's wall to wall, but I have, like, by my front door that I never use, I have a rug. and
Okay.
Coming in from the garage, I
So
do
ma-
have a runner.
Okay, so if you've got the runners, just make sure that if you see that they're starting to bunch up, if they get that little ridge in them, we want to make sure that we get those out straight, because all it takes is for
Yeah.
that to just bunch up a little bit, and that causes a trip hazard, and we can trip very easily. So if you see it, I do that even at our ambulance hall. I'll come in and we have the big floor runners, and sometimes the guys from the village will be working, and they'll come in the door, and if, you know, it'll get ridged up, and so I'm always kicking it, making sure it's all flat, because Lord knows I'd be the one to fall, you know, Grace was not my middle name for a reason. So, all right, so, and then when you're out, and I know you're not out and about a lot right now because we've had a lot of snow, but if you're out on the sidewalks, you know, watching that level of the sidewalks, just the, you know, where the cracks are even in the sidewalks. You know, we always used to have the saying, step on a crack and you break your mom's back. Well, if you step on the crack and it's uneven, you'll break your own back. So make sure that we're watching the level of the concrete and the ground that we're on. Maybe we're not even, you know, maybe we're walking across the parking lot, getting into our vehicle, and making sure we're watching that level of the ground, you know, because it sneaks up on you. You're walking along, and if we're not lifting our feet, we're kind of, you know, as we get older, we like to shuffle. You ever notice that?
Oh, yeah.
We do this because we don't want to get off the ground, especially with ice, so we shuffle our feet, okay, because I don't want to fall, so we back up and shuffle it. But really, ideally, we should be lifting those feet. So I always think, what about marching? You know, we think about it, but it's kind of silly, but you really need to lift those feet. It helps with that uneven ground to, you know, watching it and then lifting your feet up and not shuffling along. So if you can keep that in mind, that's always good too. And then with all the snow and ice we've had this year, making sure that your pathways are clear. So if you have any steps that come out of your home, you know, make sure that you get someone to shovel those off for you. Don't just think that it's gonna be okay and the sun will melt it, because if the sun melts it, then we've got ice, and then we've got more problems. So if we can, get someone in, a friend that is able to, and have them shovel that off if we're not able to do it ourselves. But getting those, you know, our little steps out front, and our sidewalks, keeping those clear so that we don't worry about that ice and that snow. It's pretty, but we don't need it on the sidewalks, all right? Because we don't need any more hazards to trip us up, all right? And if indeed we're coming out and if you maybe have a couple of steps, make sure you've got handrails on both sides. At least one side, but maybe both sides, to help you down those little steps. Or maybe it's just coming out of the apartment building, maybe having a handrail out to the sidewalk, okay? As you're coming out the front of it might help as well, all right? So we talked about stairs, making sure that we keep those well lit, and nobody really has too much for stairs anymore. We're all on one level, and that's great to hear. So keeping them, just keeping our pathways is good. And then if you do have any steps, it's always nice to have rails on either side. If you have, even just have maybe a 2 or 3 step up to the next level, but having handrails on both sides is good to have that, not just the one, okay? Because even if we're going up on the one side, we can get tripped up going up those steps. It's always nice to have the extra, okay? And keeping that all clear. All right, so we talked about the sturdy, the well-fit shoes, making sure that we're, you know, and I heard someone say that she likes to go barefoot. Anybody like to wear slippers or socks around the house?
Yep.
Yes? All right. Well, if we're gonna wear some slippers, we want a good solid slipper that's got a no slip here, okay? So a nice solid, and again, those you can get here in town. You can get a pair of slippers in town. You can get a solid shoe if you need to. And again, Walmart, Shopko, they have them. If you're gonna wear slipper socks,
Hospital socks.
make sure you've got grippers. They even sell the, yes, hospital socks. Yes, that's right, that's where it all came from. But these you can actually buy, right, you know, and they've got the little grippers on the bottom. And I can tell you that I have athletic socks that I have gotten that have have the arch support in them and stuff. And those socks even have these little grippers on the bottom, and they go right in your tennies. But these are slick, okay? So if you're a barefoot person, or you maybe get a pair of grip socks, but those are nice and cozy, especially in the winter when your feet get cold. And the other is a slipper like this one, and these are lighter weight, okay? And then this bottom is really, this doesn't go anywhere, so there's no slip to that. But they're a lightweight slipper.
Every
just-
time I go to the hospital, I always vow that I'm gonna wear those slippers when I get home.
You never do?
Never do.
Shame on you.
Yeah.
Those bear paws or whatever they have, they always send a pair home, don't they?
Jump in bed, you know, and that's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hear you, because it's like, it seems like they send them home and you have good intentions.
Yeah.
And that's about as far as that
Yeah.
gets, yes. The other thing that I want to talk about is this is a nice aid too, a solid cane.
Oh, yeah.
Look at there. So and this one here even has a light.
Yes.
Looks like it's been banged around a little bit, but it's got a light. So you could, yep.
Is that the Hurricane?
I got it.
It's like a hurricane, yes, it's like it, yes, and it's got that solid,
Oh, this,
you know,
oh, yeah.
it's pretty solid. Okay, like I said, this one kinda got banged around, I'm gonna figure out where the rest of that is. But see the bottom of it, that's the whole idea, is we need that sturdiness, guys. And then the other thing is that we got this cute little light, oh, see, you've got look at this. It'll even flash red, oh, wow. I got it, there we go. That's if you're gonna back up. Got your red light back up, all right. But this is the other thing, this is what's neat, is that this just all
I
unfolds,
haven't seen any like that except.
okay? And you
Except
can
on
just
TV.
fold that right up. So if you're using it, you don't, you know, and now you're gonna sit down, you can just wrap that up
It's like Tina's cane.
and set it right
Yeah,
beside you.
Does she have one like that?
Okay, so yes, these are very nice, like you said, like the hurricanes.
Well, she lifts it up like that, and she snaps it together, and she's got it.
Yep, so it's real slick. Nothing to it, and then you can just, it's easy enough to pull apart, and then just put it, wrap it up. There you go. And then it would just it actually snaps if I do it correctly, let's go this way. And it snaps together. There you go. Easy enough, you can put it in a bag, you can put it wherever you need it. All right. All right, you have any questions for me on what I've presented today?
I have one more thing to say that I don't think you mentioned, and that is we have a rule about sitting on the edge of the bed to put on your socks and get dressed. That's a no-no. It's a fall hazard. So there's a hard wooden chair by the bed in the bedroom, and we always dress on the chair, not
Okay,
the bed.
that's a
bed.
great idea. Yeah, it's great. Absolutely, especially it's putting those socks on, because it's like trying to get that leg up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bend at
Bend
the
down
same
and
time.
and then you scoot off, yep. So usually in the bathrooms and in some of the apartments that I've been in, there's a bench between the bed and the bathroom area. So if not, that chair would be fantastic. So I think that's a great rule. That's a great rule to have in place, that you need to be sitting on a chair to get dressed. Good idea, good idea. The other thing is I wanted to talk about, one is our seniors, the stay in place. If you need the assistance, you can call at the Spring Valley branch of it, and they'll help you out. ADRC, if you have questions about medical questions and things like that, if you can't get your answers at the staying in place, then the ADRC is a
And-
good resource as
And
well.
Staying Put does work with ADRC, so a call to us can mean a connection to them.
Awesome, awesome. So that makes it very easy, because that could lead to like food programming, which you guys have got in place already. The staying put, staying in place, the cell phone lifeline, that's another thing that's good, a lifeline for everyone that's living alone. I don't think that's a bad thing at all. Even if you're in and out of your apartment, it's nice to have those lifelines.
How costly is that?
You know, I don't know what it costs like monthly. It's not too expensive. I wanted to,
I think it makes a difference which company you get it from, too.
And what it does, my sister has one,
Yeah.
she can go anywhere in the United States and
Yeah.
call. When
And
some of them are
oh.
hooked up to your phone, so it
Yeah.
only works within so many
So many
feet
feet,
of
yeah.
your phone. So you could do it in your apartment or just out in the hall a little bit, you can't go.
So they really vary.
and maybe that's something, Kathy,
Yeah.
maybe you can help us with.
Yeah.
Because I know they have like a cell phone now, they have, you know, they have the clip that comes around your neck. I know my grandma, she moved back to her farm and she had a bracelet and she
Yeah.
kept bumping it, so now they gave her a necklace.
Oh.
So she's not